have deputies on scene at EMS unit as well.
We're on 89.
At West Main for an 87-year-old male that's been throwing up. 705 West Main.
19 Chevy pickup returns to your subject Hancock at a knee line. Vehicle clear. He has a DL that expires in 29. Eligible clear.
Proceed, thank you. Birthday party. Unless the RP can give us a different address, can we get that closed out?
Yeah, for Charlie.
Charlie 3.
People call it Timbergate and Boardwalk. Officers just cleared. The original RP stated they heard a disturbance. Officers advised it's a birthday party. There's no further information in the second call. Same RP declining contact.
All for interest confirmed on a 2009 Chevy Carriole, white color to Cameron Hall out of Portland. Expires January 26th, maybe at 29.
Dispatch medic aim at transporting code 1 shoreline starting 0.0. Medic aim at transporting code 1 shoreline starting 0.0.
The pig was moved off the road already.
Simple.
Says a man was shot and killed at the Missouri City Walmart off HWY 6 by featuring Bend Toll Road.
Sir, sorry, can you check Joshua with the other systems?
Handle.
Medic 7 arriving 2.0.
Assault at 1014 Dorothy, 1014 Dorothy.
1 Adam 84. It should be follow up en route to California Hospital. Hey, when you can second number 3836.
1XL11 Roger, 1884 Roger.
326 King. Vancouver. And
326 King, go ahead.
On your welfare call, RP is calling back,
location.
advising you made contact and everything was okay.
Gene 827 Roger.
For you can clear from the call.
Hamilton George 889.
1985 Roger, 19 George 85.
Assault 390. RP calling from the Black Monk Tavern. Advised the female ran to this location after the call PD. These are the male pushed her out of the house.
Unit for the time back code 2, male was meant to NS 43rd and Central at ED's discount. It's been 3884 1346 identified.
27 second call as well.
13827 Roger.
3933, RD 156.
Seven, was there an original radio call for this incident, or was it a backup at first?
Central identify.
1320 watch 3, I'm not logged on yet, send me that call.
1350 watch 3, Roger.
We're code 6 on the incident on Western and 42nd.
10-6. Joe's Exxon's been contacted.
6. How would you say and identify? Calls indicated verify location.
10-6. For record's been contacted. It's Joe's Exxon.
So we're just verifying now they're going to clear the residence, and then we'll update you in a second.
Okay, copy. Do we have a suspect description?
In a second.
I think it's okay, copy. Do we have a suspect description?
For Average 2293 to 2293 to ES6304. Almost 121.
85 Watch 3, roger.
Dispatch make it over on 93.
Susan holding a AY driver, Pleasant and Summit at the dead end. Suspect through with a Greyhound pilot license 6 Adam David Paul 392 drivers of Mill Spank in his 50s wearing a blue Dodger shirt red shorts Daniels code 3 incident 393 3452.
30 to 45 minutes for tow.
93.
From Evergreen and Windsor.
867, roger. Use 4053, responding code 3 from Evergreen and Western to Pleasant and Summit. 4050, have you arrived?
Seventeen at 130, come in.
Drill 90 up, 3828, watch 4, call watch commander.
Okay. 3828, watch 4, 3828, watch 4, call the watch commander.
Tattoos with a white skirt.
Good. Check loud and clear.
3828, watch 4, 3828, watch 4, come in.
147, can you show me active on incident 2881?
147, roger. 13875.
Yeah, 1331 North Coringa. 6067, code 6 from area 1331 North Coringa Boulevard. Location.
3638.
That's brother.
You didn't find the call from identify only.
4 Adam 71.
Roger.
10-4. Super. We don't see them.
Stand by.
Williams and Betty Jean, 10.
443677.
And Avenue A.
2-4.
It'll be Boy Victor 3, John 2, 33,
4853.
Victor 3,
You show it
John
back
2,
in 471. On incident 393.
4853, roger.
I'll be covering zone 1 tonight.
How long are we bringing it in? 156, 73 shows responding code 3 to California Hospital with RA29.
Delta 325.
Code 3 from 6 in Alvarado to California Hospital with RA29.
Please.
Shorts and a blaze mocap. 4A9 3795. All units 4071 responding code 3 from Huntington and Poplar to Pleasant and Sunset. Correction Summit.
Department just got cleared. You show code 4, suspect, see you later. 2
If we got copy, great job setting it up. We'll see you on the next one.
92869 EW suspect with the vehicle 123 North Harvard Boulevard with Jensen 384
We upgraded shortly. Hey, Roger. 86. Did you ever come back with my return for the VIN?
291829, did you receive? Roger, you can show responding from Figueroa and 12. 2029, BFI is not coded.
Covering zones 2 and 3 this week.
315, air copy, your code 6 on the backup.
Edward Charles. 2665. Nissan.
only southbound traffic on Western.
Correction, only southbound traffic on Western.
King Tom 10.
Jason Arturo Monreal or Monreal Amantilaya, 37227 Donnery Way. The neighbor, 60-70 years. Monaghan traditional, code to incident 3952 RD 1684.
Stripe's going to be en route to your location.
South Fig, suspect is a transient female Hispanic yellow shirt blue jeans. Code to incident 3954 RD 1831.
Salesman.
Says number 214, incident 3826 RD 2049. Unit to how identify.
Stand
3886.
My camera, back seat.
The PR's address.
Charles Churchill or Charles Henry 93.
Thank you, Roger.
All 07009.
20831 Dearborn. Abandoned vehicle.
Items code 4. 6 Paul 07009. 20831 Dearborn, abandoned vehicle only.
Adam 81. Can you also release the one on that vehicle? The vehicle's going to be recovered and released to owner.
With sticker on the rear window. Information on Anderson and 3955.
You can send me incident 3880.
Hey, Roger.
Bring up to 639 East Avenue.
3880, identify only.
That fell.
63.
And is
63, Roger. Thank you, sir.
639 East Avenue East.
7 clearance is 3919 19.
1987, family dispute, 9155 Cedars Avenue, code Simpson 3925, RD 1964.
Roger.
Dreadlocks, Reno, baggy flannel shirt, unknown color, pants, formation sent 3963.
Make contact with F13 advise the van crossing.
West out of Pico towards Vermont. Stay away from additional.
2130 hours at 9:30.
And vehicle recovered and returned to the owner. 391 responding from Rampart Station.
Yes, 291 responding code 3 from Rampart Station to Pico and Alvarado.
Copy, 72, code 6.
273 code 6, California Hospital.
291, your PR is, the suspect vehicle is no longer following the PR. PR is now standing by at 11 to Pico for PD.
Unit for a timed out battery domestic violence 6804 South Main Street code 203 980 RD 1394 identified.
No, so what's, we have a...
They're now 1215 North Gower Street at Gower Gardens. Suspect 1 is male, black, 30 years, dark clothing, black backpack. Suspect 2 is female, black, 30 years, black jacket, black denim pants with small dog. Broken into apartment number 223. Code 2 is at 3970 RD 666.
2839, can I get a circle team to respond to my location?
What was the house number again?
2839, what do you have?
7738.
4071, you can show me code 6, Pleasant, and Summit.
I believe it's just a stolen plate.
Suspect is a male white, about 5'11", 160 pounds. He's still running northbound Bend from Satakoy. 105 Foothill.
10-8 in the vicinity, 15 and 33 seconds to go back up. Supervisor 415 man with a gun running northbound on Satakoy. Suspect is a male white, 5'11", 160. No red heading back charges. Roger.
Unit, on Laurel Canyon, just south of Keswick.
Laurel Canyon and Satakoy. And let's lock down Ben. Ben and Satakoy. Ben mid-block. We have 2 detained right now. But the man was going to continue running westbound. 1 street north of Satakoy. 6-5.
246, Roger. Suspect, male static 5 foot. Comments, code 2 incident. 3978 RD 1249.
Okay, another 4. 3, well, can you show me code 6 with the units on what? Adam 420, I'll check quick.
Adam 14, you can 18 back up.
Looking at the suspect there now, 8110 Redlands Street, incident 3976, ID 1483, stand by for additional.
Government 10 for trauma. 446 England, 446 England, PSA 008. Auto fire dispatch, 2200.
You on the 200 block of Watson? On the
Roger, 12845, 12845, cancel, incident 3978, 12869,
200 Watson, George, Nora, Victor.
6 Alpha Auto Street, now possible ADW suspect there now. Suspected in the background, male with unknown weapon. Peer refusing to answer further questions. Code 3 incident 3965 and RP 281.
It was for 168, he came in.
Roger.
He's from 6 in Columbia.
310, checking.
346 cancel, incident 3965. 291 will handle responding code 3 from 6 in Columbia to 1136 South Alvarado.
46 Roger, thank you, 291.
Unit for coming out, ambulance battery, MLK and Western, code 2 incident 3932, RD 375 Southwest unit to handle, identify 3815, code 6 Charles indicated, verify your location.
Can you show code 4 wrong suspect, MLK and Western?
Code 4 and code 6 Charles, MLK and Western, wrong suspect.
White GMC license, Frank Nora Lincoln Young Frank, Frank Nora Lincoln Young Frank, information incident 3975.
Show me around to, looks to be linked up, audible alarm.
And you're in Satakoy, and then 1 north to Rose and Laurel Canyon.
Airship, let's take it 2 north. So, 1 more north of Keswick. So let's lock down Ben to the east and Laurel to the west. I don't know if you made it past Laurel Canyon because of those large complexes.
Yeah, well, large complex there. First unit, out of Laurel Canyon and Satakoy.
And then Keswick?
So that's a 360, 10-4.
I don't know if it was him or not. It's too far for me to see.
Street, code 2 incident 3993, RD 2177.
385 minutes.
Ops 32 Henry.
With smart, male with mental illness, 8647 Fenwick Street at the New Vista Nursing and Rehab. Subject is a patient, male white, 66 years, bald, black eyes, in a wheelchair. Wants to kill himself and further. No means mentioned today, but previously expressed suicide by cop. Code incident 3988 RD 1617.
Bathroom on Western.
Supervisor Price, from protocol, identify.
L60.
Code L60, Roger.
Give us that call.
935, Roger. Any federal supervisor, trust on the 6835-8647 Fenwick for a male with mental illness identified.
Correction, 16L220.
16L220, Roger.
No. 91 code 6, 1136 South Alvarado, 2845, go ahead.
1035, was there a call generated on Miramar and Whitmer for a hit and run? CC? If so, who's the unit handling?
Parents.
28, are you clear?
Ag at Laurel Canyon, and then Ag
one rider, one
as well. And that was 2892.
Control 1910-4.
204, 31FB204, your status?
04, red line, Union Station.
1FB204, red line, Union Station. You're from Saturday, Court, what do you guys? Canyon, it's going to be a newer model, possible gray, four-door Acura. Vehicle is seen running red lights and changing lanes erratically. Address 1136, only able to locate 1136.5.
Stand by.
Me for due and 4 Bluff on
William Ford
9889.
45, Roger.
Chavez, apartment 232, 232 for a 7-year-old female with throat
I'll finally pick him up.
Chavez, apartment 232, Metro is being advised for mutual aid.
Foothill and Valley Traffic Units information only on a reckless driver last seen driving eastbound someone from Latuna Canyon, newer model gray, Ford or Acura, running red lights and changing lanes erratically.
Traffic flight, thank
you. Roger. I want FB304, Roger.
West Pico. Subject male Hispanic, long sleeve green shirt, blue sweatpants. From schizophrenia, not known to be valid with officers, no weapons. Code 208-4008, RD 2073.
PC recorded at Default and Chase. Care followed suspects above location. Appears in a burgundy Honda Pilot. Will search the suspect vehicle, Ford sedan. License plate 7 Edward Charles Nolan 000. Suspect female Hispanic. Number 1 driver wearing a blue shirt, beige pants. Number 2 wearing a black shirt, black pants. Sketches in 4005 RD 1981.
Any 7 unit, shots fired, heard only 17020 Chatsworth Street near the Staples Fair, heard 5 gunshots. Nothing else heard or seen. Scope 2 incident 4011 RD 1745.
17899, try to relog on.
Heavy set, intoxicated.
The downtown Nissan occurred on Beverly and La Brea. Suspect male, white, Hispanic, rated 45 years. My comments, code 3999 RD 191.
On 3 News Plus here.
Perimeter.
350, location.
17849, Roger.
We on Airs and Blivens.
Suspects are now Main and 5th, Main and 5th in front of the Leonid Hotel. PR observing from across the street. Victim, female, white top, being assaulted by 15 persons. 1 person possibly armed with a gun. Code 3 incident 4014 and RD 144. Central Mahal identified.
7-year-old female.
Fully 510, Roger.
Southwest units, ADW in progress, 1941 West Adams Boulevard, Phase 2 rapid SOS location, 3 versus 1, code 3 incident 4017, RD 316, standby for additional. Southwest units, handle identified. 3 from 6 and Walton, Main and 5th.
I'm staying around.
From 18 to 1941 West Adams.
You have to step out.
Diffusion?
70 Retro
Robert, Cadena, 817 Campbell Street.
Roger.
350, this is a car pulling up. Copy plate, William King George 3167.
William King George 3167.
2845 Roger.
He's being advised to use that.
10 more. Delta 4, potentially back up.
Finding 16, incident 3604. 3604.
HEB's code 4.
You know, I'll stick to the airship.
George 21 is requesting backup air unit and supervisor. 415 man with a gun, 41st and unknown cross. Let's look at the male Hispanic wearing a gray sweater, correction, green sweater.
So the 350, the male thing got stabbed in the neck by his other male. The suspect is the thing. It's not related to my traffic stop.
10-4 male, stabbed in the neck.
Any Roger.
Another male detained. 10 more.
5 code 6 Main and 5th
The
Street.
cut is very small.
Port 71 7 and Pleasant. Subject code 6 in the area, 8110 Redland Street.
That's Stag and Ben as well.
2885, roger.
To the east. Ticket 42 to the south.
This on Agnes and Keswick. 8849 and unit as 17XL 64 watt 4 log on.
It's also 306. Show me arriving with 350.
East of Mill Avenue, underneath a black truck.
325 arrived.
Frank 72 has assessed 40 feet and memo underneath the black truck.
80, roger.
21,
go back no further.
There's an 11 PD on scene.
Correction, it's going to be 41st Street. Okay, sure left, guys.
3 Frank 72, 42nd Street, 41st Street and memo. Repeat.
391, she was going to follow up at scene 1136 over.
3 Frank 72, code 4, suspect in custody, 41st East and memo.
391, follow up at scene 1136 Alvarado.
285, is there any further?
Stand by.
Six 14 to east of Naomi.
847, I'm also quickly coming back.
Was viewing the incident from across the street on the 8th floor. He does not wish to meet. The suspect and the victim both ran inside. He has no further.
74, we're code 6 on the backup. Better location is 41st Drive, east of Menlo.
34 Roger, 41st Drive, east of Menlo.
Just two, when you should call forward, we got suspect and I got article in custody.
Code 4, 41st Drive, east of Menlo, suspect and article in custody.
Dedicated service to the community of the city of Los Angeles. Commander Lillian Garcia.
Over the basin.
Any Rampart unit, party refusing to ID. 6 in Rampart. Suspect vehicle is a light blue, unknown make, female unknown. Vehicle number 2 is a Chevy pickup truck. Incident 4.
1861, you still code 6 flower and 12.
And they go and locate.
12857, 75.
45, you can stop 4037.
Roger.
Code 2 incident 4036 at 8635.
Boy 2109.
She recruit in the academy and then her probation at Wilshire Division as an undercover officer at Juvenile Narcotics School Investigative by Unit. She wheeled to Central Division, then transferred to Rampart Patrol. Next, she promoted to P3 detective trainee at Juvenile Division and became a detective at Foothill Division soon after. Her keen investigative skills were recognized and she transferred to the Elite Robbery Homicide Division. She then promoted to Detective 2 at the Internal Affairs Group. She achieved dual status by promoting to Sergeant at Wilshire area. She eventually reverted back to Detective 2 at Devonshire Division, followed by promoting to Detective 3 at Rampart Division. As a Detective 3, she transferred to the newly formed Mission Division and then the Real-Time Analysis Crime Response Division. Commander Carranza returned to Wilshire Division upon promoting to Lieutenant. Her talent was widely recognized, and she promoted to Lieutenant 2 as the commanding officer of Wilshire Detectives. Her wealth of experience and leadership was then used to run the newly formed Olympic Detective Division. She then transferred to Newton as the Detective Commanding Officer. Her next promotion was to the rank of Captain at Wilshire Patrol Division. She transferred to 677th Division as the Patrol Division Commanding Officer and then promoted to Captain 3 of Van Nuys area. She then assumed command of the Commercial Crimes Division, followed by Gangs and Narcotics Division. In August of 2023, she promoted to the prestigious rank of Commander and finished her career as the Assistant Commanding Officer of Operations, Centerville. A multitude of historic events took place during her career. Here are some of those events. Operation Hammer, 1989. Rodney King arrest and trials, 1991. Los Angeles riots and mobilization, 1992. Northbridge earthquake, 1994. Nicole Simpson and Ronald Goldman murders, 1994. North Hollywood bank robbery and shootout, 1997. Murder of Notorious B.I.G., 1997. Kevin Gaines road rage shooting, 1997. David Mack bank robbery, 1997. Rafael Perez arrest and Rampart scandal, 1998. North Valley Jewish Community Center shooting, 1999. Y2K, 2000. Democratic National Convention, 2000. Christopher Commission consent decree, November 2000. Michael Jackson's homicide and funeral, 2009. Laker riots, 2000, 2009, and 2010. September 11, 2001. Topanga fire, 2005. May Day, MacArthur Park, 2007. Chatsworth train crash, 2008. Carmageddon, 405 freeway, 2011. Occupy LA, 2011. Space Shuttle Endeavour move, 2012. Christopher Dorner shootings and manhunt, 2013. The Woolsey fire, 2018. Nipsey Hussle murder and funeral, 2019. Kobe Bryant celebration of life, 2020. COVID pandemic, 2020. George Floyd protests, riots, and mobilization, 2020. World Series Championship, 2020. Super Bowl 56, 2022. Summit of the Americas Mobilization, 2022. 10th Freeway Fire and Closure, downtown Los Angeles, 2023. USC, UCLA Occupation, 2024. Dodgers Victory Parade, 2024. Palisades and Eaton Fires, 2025. On behalf of the men and women of the Los Angeles Police Department, we thank you for your 36 years of honorable and distinguished service to the city, and we wish you a long and happy retirement. Commander Lillian Carranza, Staff 24 Boy, you are now end of watch.
I don't like that color line. Oh, shit. What the fuck?
West LA units send to 8095, domestic violence restraining order violation, 1059 South Shenandoah Street, 1059 South Shenandoah Street, apartment 105. Suspect is the husband, male, Middle Eastern, 52 years. Change the locks in the PR's residence. Suspect not at location. Code 3 incident 4063 RD 849.
They show the spawning from 18 and hold, please.
Non-suspect left location with the vehicle. PR will file an online report. Incident 4005 and RD 1961.
Is it finding that she can hear the
61.
like in a rage and maybe things being slammed on the ground?
853, repeat your starting location.
6-3, you can show me responding from MLK and Figueroa with a slight delay.
Point is 3863 responding from MLK and Figueroa to 3951 Steve Lee Avenue with a slight delay.
053 Sadakoy Street. PR, female back, wearing a jean shirt, white dress. Vehicle is a black Honda. Suspect is male, light complexion, thin build, dark hooded sweatshirt, dark pants. Suspect vehicle is a dark four-door sedan with damage on the driver's side.
There's nowhere for me to go.
Suspect is PR, cell phone, bodily, correction, weapon, uses bodily force, code 2 and 4064, RD 1695.
Everything is right here.
Red Robert Frank, Mary 346.
That is RFD, wrapping in. You're fine? Okay. Every vehicle. Yes, it just crossed here. It
Hollywood units at 9X66, 9X66, domestic violence restraining order violation, 6225 Beck Avenue, code 3 incident 4038 RD 1526.
Station information only.
It's right there. No, it isn't. It's in front of
2 RD 361, Southwest unit, Daniel, identify.
Right here. Right here. Tornado on the ground. Tornado on the ground.
All units 9X66, returning code 3 from Oxnard and Manisa, 6225 Beck Avenue.
Okay, pull forward.
2 Orchard Avenue.
You need to. Move over a little bit. We need to pull off the road.
Okay, occurred approximately
It's right here because
1945 hours at 20823 College Street. Vehicle taken with a gray 2019 Cadillac Escalade, license 8 William Ocean Boy 371, 8 William Ocean Boy 371, with the rear plate has a pink border, left in unknown direction, no weapons used, information only on incident 3993.
You're okay? You're fine?
2869, incident 3843.
I need you to give me a minute to stop fighting with me, okay? Okay? I'm looking. You're okay?
BRT 1631, BRT 16, your status.
You're not even looking at a map. I don't need to. It's right there. All right?
Terrible.
They're going to walk just north of, but we'll have to take those north.
I can't see. It is right there.
BRT 1346, incident verbatim.
You are not looking at a map. I don't.
43 Boulevard Drive at the residence, incident 4073.
The edge is right there.
Then you need another unit 1 block north of Laurel Canyon, Santa Cruz. 25 TL 33, standby.
1723.
I am.
12-8-31, roger.
Okay? Because it was already gone. Right
Four suspects ran behind the residence of 7744 Ben, or 7750. I have my light on both homes now.
Okay.
7744, give me your light again.
Going by us, you're okay.
I just got the FNV call.
1885, roger.
A male wearing a black sweater and black shorts ran to the rear location approximately 10 minutes ago.
Go for it.
72 on scene.
Verify with the primary unit that it was a white hat and red sweatshirt, correct?
Okay, 7, standby.
Normandy.
35556 on 1, King and Normandy.
Valley traffic units, ambulance traffic, Sepulveda and Raymer, 3 vehicle TC, code 3 incident 4078, RD 901. Valley traffic units, and identify.
Number location can be 1831 West Adams.
Angela, reference to a
315 Roger, 1831 West Adams.
people that possibly scammed them.
36. Chemical 6, Santa Monica.
For 7480.
West of Western
SUV speeding through the parking lot. Trying to fight people parked outside the bar. Coming outside a pop car. It's me, it's standing there on the outside. He's intoxicated.
Yes, has your ticket, that's good info?
And 16L220, 16L220, be advised, room 402, when you enter the building, go to your left.
16L220, Roger, thank you.
10 it should be pound 19.
Yeah, Canoga, Valeria and Canoga. Subject male white, no shirt. Running in the middle, running southbound middle busway, code 3 4081 RD 2136.
45. 7 show units, information only on a reckless driver, Van Alden and Parthenia. On Parthenia, suspect vehicles of black 4-door Tesla, license plate 9 Henry Lincoln John 627, 9 Henry Lincoln John 627. Suspect vehicle was swerving in and out of lanes, possibly 390, last seen near the 7-Eleven at Parthenia and Corvin. Information only in 74084 and RD 1793.
Discussing a unit, additional unit to hold eastbound traffic on Parthenia from Columbus, 19U3 and around. All units 19861 is responding code 3 from Columbus and Parthenia to Holy Cross Hospital with RA7.
Charlie 350.
Go for
Can you give an
1393.
FLT about Glenn's 3468?
13893, your battery domestic violence at 6804 South Main Street is now an ambulance battery domestic violence. PR called back. PR is now in a red Tundra. Advise. Correction. FD also will be staging. Still go to incident 3908, RD 1394.
Be clear.
Roger.
Units 9X16, 9X16, ambulance traffic, Sepulveda and Raymer, code 3, incident 4078, RD 901.
41 count, last 4 miles, sir.
361.
1327, 13L50, your male with mental illness at 43rd and Central is now an ambulance male with mental illness. Center location is now Vernon and Hooper. You are standing by at El Arco gas station. Still code 2, incident 3884.
10-4. 326, still to continue.
South La Brea Avenue, code 2, incident 4086, RD 745.
9X16, Roger, I'm selling back the call.
436M, 10-4, 32016, if you're not at all.
15L60, 15833 is requesting 5 outside units to be relieved.
316. Roger, go ahead, let's get 5.
15L60, Roger.
Roger.
Last night.
Any central unit, male with mental illness while on sick. Subject is the PR male, black 22 years, gray tank top, black sweats. Suffers from PTSD and bipolar. Go to incident 4094 and RD 155. 1500 on 3, requesting additional unit.
K1.
11A1 and 11A89 en route.
6M, you can. I'm in along. For North Hollywood's backup for 15L60.
1 male detained.
1 male detained, 2226.
1428, 10-5.
Gentry and Stag and Gentry and Tensworth. There's no containment on the east side, and the intel that we're getting is putting us eastbound.
10 Roger. 5916 and 59 response to Gentry and Stag for the perimeter.
18 other units, 10-4. 314.
59 Roger, you can show me responding code 3 from the Hungry Canyon and Foothills.
Code 4, City Hall, South Courtyard on 1, incident 4066.
Dispatch, ready 1.
Ready to send this incident 4064.
Yes, sir, we'll be back in servicing quarters.
664, Roger.
Just description, making turns on property, code 2, incident 4097, RD 621.
It's going to be male Hispanic, 15 years, wanted for additional. Code 2, incident 4093, RD 963. 1411 South Florida Street, code 2, 95, 3192.
Morning. Showing you after the destruction in progress at 1001 25th Street.
3951. I'm the 440. Can you go back to Sierra and see if she still hears a female yell?
450.
363, code 635, 3951, Steve Lee, stand by.
Low enough.
23, your code 6 location.
Units in 21A1, 21A1, ADW domestic violence suspect are now 20434 Roscoe Boulevard, 20434 Roscoe Boulevard. Suspect now Hispanic, 25 years old, black shirt, armed with a knife, assaulting his wife, female, Hispanic, 20 years old, striped shirt with an 8-month-old baby locked inside a room. Code 3 and 10104 and RD 2118. 1995, the Pierce en route.
3-10-4.
Units possible, ADW suspect there now, 14612 Satakoy, 14612 Satakoy. Suspect is a transient, male Hispanic in his 20s, light gray shirt, blue jeans, beige boots with a blue backpack, armed with a wooden stick. Code 3 incident 4105, ready 905. Very nice to handle, identify.
King and Normandy. Dispatch, medic 72.
Charles, wrong suspect, King and Normandy.
Medic 72. Mr. PR, see if they have eyes on the suspect still, or if he's still near.
28, PR stepping out.
Yeah,
You back up.
They have to know first over by the tire shop. Silver passenger car.
Yeah, please.
10-4 First Street, someone passenger car.
Suspect can be GOA. No ADW.
10, how about you just respond and switch over to channel 41?
Shoreline ending 1.7.
2606 Venice in Melville.
It's 6X44, Roger.
We're consent.
And we're going to be at the location of Venice Jag. We had the citizen reporting that the possible suspect ran to the rear of the location, just south of our location. It might be bedded down in the backyard.
He saw my light.
Oh, it is Chile 45, is requesting by comprehensive supervisor and footbridge.
P923.
To South South on Alvarado, unknown cross.
What and Raymer?
My traffic go through?
The suspect was last seen going through Mac Park. It's going to be for 484 suspect.
10-4,
12 Satakoy Street. PR is following the suspect. Both are on foot. He's now northbound to Tobias from Lowell. That's shown to 4105. NSA, no identify.
Bravo 40, show me signal 4, base marker 216.
Perfect.
Charlie 40, Saratoga and Error. In positive light front, driver's side door, rear passenger door.
Can you come?
06 in the area. For backup.
Everything's code 4, 3, 2, tonight.
No.
There's no disturbance out here. Okay.
Over. Charlie 40, copy.
10-4, clear.
Bravo 40, copy of plate.
No.
Robert John King, 2329.
Over.
460, clear.
Perfectly.
470. Pretty much this. That's this.
Sounds.
on to assist.
Number.
357.
10-4, 5-7. Denver, stand by. Denver.
One and all now is my video.
Denver, 1-0 male in unit 2236.
This is 306 Patrol EAB Ortiz.
306.
We're still the big brother. 138 Castle Lane.
444.
Sound runway at 600. Green light contact.
Control 184 around. Hold my call for open.
And from 50 units.
10-8, no report rest last.
The runway. Use your system to open the door. Let the motor in.
3 George, Noah Edward. So, 127. Section 12 Zebra. 65 George. 265014.
Sorry, I was talking to firefighters, so they think that she might be the one that started it. 3, 2.
We're still the big brother. She's gonna ask them for her.
Arson just arrived.
With the release of liability and possible stuff.
Hey, that firefighter, man! I fucking love it. Good job.
Apple Valley.
Hello, hello.
There's a pending master file, 2005 Chevrolet pickup out of Apple Valley.
She matches the description of the person that was seen starting the fire.
She's still 1097. He was attempting to leave. He's an active 415 with the wife at the residence. Control 114 at suspect 13800 Castleman, pressure in Castlemaine Avenue. There are RP 15-year-old advising her father is in possession of a firearm attempting to shoot himself. There's 910-8 on Advice Metro.
Medic 9 arriving 0.3.
Yep, sure thing.
Hey Nick, you guys got fire about 3 doors to the south. Just popped up through one of the bins. Just FYI.
Well, let's fucking go.
Answer out to Castleman. The male is no stopped. He does have 3 firearms fetched to him. He stated that they're all in the safe.
Denver, check out airport magnets.
That's for 10-4.
120, shit,
Where you can find room out there to keep that one lane open, maybe.
Good job. Fucking badass firefighters, man.
This person has been going up and down Union starting fires, and it looks like she might have started this one. She was trying to run away from firefighters and other people, and also throwing things at cars. On Union Avenue, where firefighters have detained an arson suspect, this person has been going up.
And if there's no more immediate threat to the colonials, you can bring yourself and your firefighter over here. If you got it. Left jobs current on a 2022 Tesla Florida at a Bakersfield on to 6700 SPF.
On Union Avenue, where firefighters have
Confirming current, registration. So on Rose 3, clear at 29 by name. The Ramirez, common spelling, first of Pedro, common spelling, DOB 0702-1986-86.
Damn.
Control 1, core 867. Alright, 10 steps.
Cops are already here. Allegedly, she matches the description. Allegedly. So, I can't tell you positively one way or the other, but all I can say is allegedly.
1052 code response for call 10-4.
Allegedly is all I can say.
Code 4 from you, we'll have a call to 415 Rebel.
Oh, there's a kid, man. Hey, no bark. Did that guy just flip me off? Hey, boss. Hey, I was gonna say, I was one of the first ones here at this fire right here, but like right as fire department showing up, there's a kid that was on a bicycle that saw the person leaving the scene, and I think it matches her description.
I believe the fire guy saw her. That's why.
Yeah. I was following him too. I told him, I was like, I'll get out and grab her for you guys because I don't want you guys to get in trouble. I came back around to grab her and she was already on the ground. I was like, hell yeah, that's right.
Did you get on video?
Hell yeah, I got it all on camera.
What's your thing called?
Dad's Gone Live. Okay. Hey, you want a sticker or what? What's that? You want a sticker? Yeah. Here, I'll give one for you and your partner. Appreciate you guys, man.
Thanks, bro.
Yep.
You have a good night.
You too. Oh, I guess the fire department possibly saw her too.
The year on the vehicle and the registration expiration.
I love the firefighters, man. That makes me so fucking happy, dude. I love it. I love it. I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah, once again, this is on East 6th and Union. Yeah, somehow witnesses said that she was the suspect involved in this fire. Smell flames. Yeah. Some good stuff, huh?
Yeah, there's one.
Repeating 2510043389.
4428-1989, Bautista.
Begin tonight with all eyes on the Old Harbor Bridge. A major project for its demolition was slated for today, the lowering of the center span. This afternoon, however, that part of the project was delayed. And as we take a live look from our Lex Cam tonight, where for at least one more evening, the Corpus Christi skyline still has the Old Harbor Bridge.
A couple of hours ago, the barge that had been there all day and that was expected to carry the main span of the bridge once it was lowered, well, that barge was moved. It should return later as operations are expected to pick back up again tomorrow. Now, it's of course a story our team was covering all day on our live stream with Bill Churchwell and Ryan Hopper and Natalia Osuna. In fact, why don't we go ahead and turn to Natalia one more time, and if you can, give us an idea of what all you witnessed out there today.
Mike, Leslie, that's right. I mean, we've been covering, this story since about 10:30, 11 a.m. today. Preston, our photographer, and I have been out here by the Texas State Aquarium. Now, we just switched locations right now. I'm going to step aside here so you can see this vantage point that's different from what we had earlier. You can see here we have both the Old Harbor Bridge and the New Harbor Bridge next, side by side next to each other. And you can see there's currently no movement or workers that we're really seeing. Not too much action on the Old Harbor Bridge here behind me. We're seeing it's just a few cars parked up there, but we're really not seeing a lot of workers working at the moment. Earlier we did see them lower that center span a little bit, slightly, from what it looked like the first step to lowering the span down to Prometheus, which is that massive barge that we saw that was going to receive that center span, and now is set to receive it tomorrow. As you mentioned, there have been some delays. We've been in communication with TxDOT officials, with Port of Corpus Christi officials, and different organizations, the Coast Guard here, and they confirmed this afternoon. They sent out a press release saying that these delays were due to weather and safety concerns, and they said that they will continue this work tomorrow, Tuesday morning, and that they want everything to be done during daylight hours. And again, I mean, We also spoke with city officials, that shed light on their thoughts on what the Old Harbor Bridge means to them. And one of those is Councilman Mark Scott, who shared, what it means to them and how the city leaders have been kept in the loop.
But I think we've been kept in the loop. I think they've done a great job. I think, by the way, we all want it to go down kind of fun while I'm here, kind of fast, but we also want it done right. I think it's a one-time deal, so we want to make sure they take their time, and if it takes extra time to do it right, then so be it. I think TxDOT and the contractors have done a good job. It's what's unique is the number of people that will come and park and just kind of experience it. I drove down here a couple weeks.
Is there anything that could be done, any projects maybe on the horizon?
Copy plate, Mary William Henry 0556.
And again, preparations, will continue tomorrow. And TxDOT officials reported that they're saying that it's set to finish by Tuesday, tomorrow afternoon. So we'll keep you updated, of course. We will be back tomorrow at the Texas State Aquarium there on their balcony to get a great vantage point and, of course, bring you all the latest updates. Mike, Leslie?
There's a new spectator in the house, the President of the United States, Donald Trump, and his granddaughter Kai also with him, just arriving to the stands here.
We're walking to the Oval Office now. My favorite thing all the time. What's up, vlog? Welcome back to the channel. This is a huge vlog. I am going to Washington, D.C. right now to then go to the Ryder Cup with my grandpa. So I'm looking forward to this. I'm really excited to finally go to the Ryder Cup. I've never been, but obviously my whole life I've always heard about it. I've always watched it, so I'm looking forward to going tomorrow. I started realizing that I can't really wear sweatpants anymore on the plane. I don't know, I feel like I have to wear jeans now because I'm older. Who knows? That's not very logical. This is the outfit we're rolling with. Jeans and then my Miami shirt. Alright guys, so I'm in the lounge right now waiting. And I ordered a pumpkin spice from the Starbucks that across, so I'm looking forward to having my first pumpkin spice of the fall season. I got the pumpkin chai spice. Best drink ever. Literally best drink ever. Fight me on it. Pumpkin chai spice is the best drink of all time. So that's what I'm gonna go get in 6 minutes or so. Alright guys, I got my drink. I tried making it lower calorie, and the lower calorie honestly does not make it taste better. Low-key should have just gone the full calorie.
I'm over 4013 Castle Ridge. Worth the damage, straight back him up.
Amazon reportedly putting 30,000 corporate jobs on the chopping block when the pink slips are being handed out and what it could all mean for Seattle.
A strong storm turns deadly. Now communities are picking up the pieces. Trees toppled and power outages lasting days.
And looking at our weather over the next few days, we have two weather systems. The strongest will impact us right on Halloween for trick-or-treating. The timing next.
Hey, roll, man, roll. Get on the ground. Roll.
That intense new video just in. Seattle police rushing to save a man on fire. How they say the man found himself in this position in the first place.
But first, we're going to start with that breaking news. More layoffs reported for Amazon, and we are talking tens of thousands.
And that's just among corporate employees. Let's get straight over to KIRO 7's Elle Thomas at the KIRO 7 Live Desk. Elle.
Yeah, Gary, Monique, we are talking 30,000 jobs to be exact. That is about 10% of the corporate workforce. Now, we don't know exactly how many of those will be Seattle-based, but those layoff emails are expected to start going out as soon as tomorrow morning. So GeekWire reports the company is trying to reduce expenses and compensate for overhiring during the pandemic. And according to Reuters, those cuts will likely impact a number of departments. We're talking human resources, operations, devices and services, and Amazon Web Services. That last one, by the way, a really big moneymaker for the company, reporting nearly $31 billion in second quarter earnings this year. Again, that is just Amazon Web Services. This is the largest cut we've seen in 3 years, when Amazon chopped 27,000 spots back in 2022. And they have been trimming smaller numbers since then. We also reported earlier this summer that CEO Andy Jassy was looking to make cuts. He also said AI would likely lead to even more cuts. We did reach out to Amazon around noon today. Here we are 4 hours later, still waiting to hear back. We'll, of course, let you know as soon as.
We're on County Road 89 right now, so we need you guys to go to the 70.
County Road 89, 10-4-7-7.
Actually, I don't know. Item 410, clear.
10-4, clear. Adam 410, key up again.
Actually, I don't know.
10-4. Thirty-one, 71. 3171. They're going to be at County Road 89 and FM 70. It's going to be heading westbound on FM 70.
The first fatal accident in 19 years of nuclear reactor operation in the United States occurred at the Atomic Energy Commission's National Reactor Testing Station in Idaho on January 3rd, 1961. This film, depicting the operations that followed the accident, is a combination of actual and reenacted scenes. It is presented for the purpose of studying and improving the methods and techniques of handling nuclear emergencies. 9:01 o'clock on the night of January 3rd, 1961, the nation's first fatal accident from nuclear reactor operations occurred at the Atomic Energy Commission's National Reactor Testing Station, known as NRTS, about 40 miles from Idaho Falls, Idaho. The accident occurred in a prototype facility known as the Stationary Low Power Reactor Number 1, and referred to as the SL-1. The SL-1 was built as a result of a request to the AEC in 1955 by the Department of Defense for a small nuclear power plant to supply power and space heat for remote military installations. The reactor, originally designated the Argon Low Power Reactor, or ALPR, was designed by the AEC's Argonne National Laboratory to gross specifications that called for above-ground construction, components that could be transported by cargo aircraft, and a reactor that could operate continuously for 3 years on one fuel loading. The SL-1 core was designed to meet the requirements for extended operation without refueling. The reactor was a direct cycle, natural recirculation boiling water system of 3 million watts gross thermal capacity, designed to produce 200 kilowatts of net electricity and 400 kilowatts of net energy in the form of space heat. It was installed in a cylindrical building 38 feet in diameter and 48 feet high. The building, fabricated of quarter-inch plate steel, was not designed to contain radioactive material in the event of a nuclear accident. This was so because future plants of this type are intended for operation in remote, isolated areas, and the SL-1 itself was not near a populated area. The pressure vessel which holds the fuel was installed in the lower portion center, shielded by local gravel. Most of the plant equipment was installed in the middle portion of the reactor building. On August 11, 1958, the reactor went critical. That is, sustained a controlled chain reaction. And on February 5, 1959, it was turned over to Combustion Engineering Incorporated for operation. It was redesignated SL-1 to conform with military nomenclature. In addition to obtaining operating experience, Combustion assisted the military cadre in training military personnel and was responsible for the certification of reactor operators. Trainees arriving at the SL-1 after an 8-month course at Fort Belvoir, Virginia, were subjected to 3 weeks intensive academic instructions on the SL-1 operation and equipment, and 3 months training as a crew under a shift supervisor. Their training also included a detailed course in health physics. Upon passing rigid written and oral examinations by members of both the military cadre and combustion engineering boards, a trainee was assigned to a regular shift crew. At the time of the accident, the reactor had been operating for over 2 years and had produced 931.5 megawatt days of thermal energy. The reactor was shut down on December 23rd for maintenance and minor modifications. At 4 p.m. on January 3rd, 1961, the day shift was relieved by a 3-man crew consisting of a shift supervisor, an operator, and a trainee due to be certified as an operator the following month. Their instructions were to prepare the reactor for eventual startup the next morning, including making the final connections between the control rods and control rod drive motor.
51844.
According to the log, during the first half of their shift, they had pumped the water down and were reassembling the control rods. Then, at 1 minute after 9, an automatic alarm sounded in Fire Station Number 1, Fire Station Number 2, and the Communication Center of the AEC's Idaho Operations Office. 1 long and 2 short strokes indicated the trouble was at SL-1. The Idaho Operations Dispatcher broadcast the alarm over the testing station radio network, informed the Security Division duty officer, and in accordance with pre-planning, requested that a health physicist be dispatched on the materials testing reactor. In less than 10 minutes, the firemen arrived at the SL-1 and found it seemingly deserted. The temperature was 17 degrees below zero. There was no sign of smoke or fire, but low-level radiation was detected. A telephone call to the SL-1 control room brought no response. Both gates to the area were padlocked, as this was the means of perimeter security after hours. A security guard arrived within seconds to unlock the main gate, and the fire engine entered the SL-1 area. The guard unlocked the front door to the administration building, and the firemen entered. It was the quickest access to the reactor building, about 100 feet away. They had a high-range radiation detection instrument and wore respiratory
microwave
equipment
hearing response
to prevent
system.
inhaling contaminated air. There was still no evidence of personnel, fire, or smoke. But 2 feet inside the door, the instrument revealed low radiation levels in the fraction of a Roentgen range. The fire engine was ordered out of the area to Fillmore Boulevard for standby duty. The assistant fire chief reported radiation present at the SL1, and at 9:20 p.m. notified Combustion Engineering, the operating contractor. He received confirmation that 3 SL1 personnel were on duty. Combustion Engineering personnel immediately left Idaho Falls to join emergency operations at the SL1 site. The chief then made another search for the men on duty before the health physicist arrived, again approaching the reactor building by way of the administration and maintenance building. He observed a 25 R/h reading at the foot of the stairway to the reactor building. There was evidence that 3 men might be in the reactor room.
1.
A request was made to NRTS facilities for additional high-range radiation detection instruments, health physicists, and protective clothing.
Parking.
A roadblock was quickly established at the junction of Highway 20 and Fillmore Boulevard for control purposes.
Brother.
At 9:36, 2 health physicists arrived with additional equipment, and one of them accompanied the assistant fire chief into the reactor building. They hoped to locate the missing men quickly. The control room was unoccupied. As they went up the stairway, the indicator swung past 200 R/h, and they retreated hastily, but not before seeing some wreckage through the reactor operating room doorway.
You.
360 Alpha 440 for disturbance, 1509.
Meanwhile, at the Idaho Operations Office headquarters, 41 miles away in Idaho Falls, a control unit comprising the directors of AEC Health and Safety, Security, Military Reactors, and Public Information Offices was quickly mobilized. The SL1 accident was declared a Class 1 disaster and immediately broadcast over the NRTS radio network. The Idaho manager assumed responsibility for overall emergency plans and procedures. 3 things had to be done at once. Locate and rescue or recover the 3 missing personnel, ascertain the condition of the reactor, and determine how much contamination was being released to the environment. Because of the high radiation problems, protection of all personnel involved was an important consideration in every action taken.
Lady.
Upset due to them being loud.
In an effort to locate the duty personnel, 2 SL1 plant supervisors of Combustion Engineering, one a health physicist and the other an operations man, elected to enter the reactor room. Acting quickly, they located 2 of the men, one still alive, then took dose measurements and returned to the area gate for help.
430, 1040, 430 to 440 is going to be a manual.
They were joined by 2 more combustion personnel and an AEC health physicist.
CCPD for him. 9-4.
Going.
All 5 returned to the reactor room as a rescue team.
Over trespassing, Weber on shoreline, also requesting medics for the male. Officers just arrived, so he keeps throwing up.
They picked up the man who was alive and put him on a stretcher at the head of the stairs.
Nothing. Arrived.
They saw that the second man was dead, and another 4-man team shortly afterward discovered the third man lodged in the ceiling, also dead.
Spartan.
The first victim removed was taken almost immediately to an arriving ambulance, which had resuscitation
See something.
A nurse administered oxygen to the casualty en route to the control point, where an AEC doctor pronounced him dead at 11:14 p.m. Personnel involved in this rescue operation had received exposures up to 27 Roentgens of penetrating radiation. None showed any medical symptoms or required hospitalization. All involved in the rescue operations had to be decontaminated. At the nearby gas-cooled reactor experiment facility and the Central Facilities Dispensary, they vigorously showered and scrubbed in the decontamination rooms.
I think they own.
A decontamination problem resulted from the all-out effort to save a life. Since the rescuers couldn't wait for special gloves, their hands required repeated scrubbing. Detergents and potassium permanganate proved to be effective. To monitor for airborne radioactivity, a chartered airplane was in the air at daybreak with an aerial survey analyzer.
Room 115, CSE 3310, Russia to Buford inside. Request for dispatch at 2312, Chase agent Christi.
Very little activity above natural radiation background was detected, except in the immediate vicinity of the SL1 area. Careful observation showed no damage to the reactor building roof.
Emerald Beach Hotel, room 115, CSE 3310,
With all three crew members accounted for, there was now time for instituting further safety controls. Organization of recovery teams could proceed more deliberately. Standard procedures for teams working in contaminated areas called for face masks, film badges for measuring radiation, 2 pairs of anti-contamination clothing, 2 pairs of shoe covers, and 2 pairs of gloves. All openings were taped to prevent seepage of contamination. From that time, progressively less contamination and exposure of personnel was experienced. And by the end of the week, the standard operational exposure limit of 3 Roentgens per quarter of penetrating radiation per person was established. Teams were thoroughly briefed to minimize exposure time. 1 minute was set as the time limit in high radiation fields. A health physicist accompanied each team and also acted as a timer. He remained outside high radiation fields to minimize radiation exposure. This was done to conserve available health physicists for the many operations yet to be performed. On the night of January 4th, plans were carefully laid for the recovery of the second casualty. A 6-man military team of volunteers comprised entirely of the victim's fellow cadremen was organized and briefed. It was decided that a blanket would be less unwieldy than a stretcher. The team worked in 2-man relays. The first pair, accompanied by a health physicist, entered the support facilities building and carried the body from the reactor operating floor to the control room. The second pair took over at the reactor control room to bring the victim outside. Then carried him out of the SL1 area through the perimeter gate. A health physicist measured the direct radiation exposure to the driver. The emergency required other important action that same day, January 4th. Two entries were made into the reactor building to recover the logbook and a neutron detector. Two entries were made into the reactor building to recover the logbook and a neutron detector. This led to later installation of remote reading instruments and audible alarms as a warning against further trouble with the reactor.
Injuries at 1102 South Shoreline at Emerald Beach Hotel. Two officers arriving. It's going to be for the RP.
Also, the reactor building exterior had to be surveyed from the ground for evidence of damage. There was none. Fire and ambulance equipment had to be decontaminated. The field command post, which was to serve for several weeks, had to be firmed up with additional trailers and power equipment. Medical checkups of entry personnel were carried out. Collection of scientific evidence and data went forward simultaneously with the recovery of bodies. The first positive evidence as to the nature of the accident came from a nuclear accident dosimeter recovered from the reactor building. Activation of its gold foil into radioactive gold-198 tended to indicate that an uncontrolled chain reaction had taken place. This was confirmed a day later when radiochemical analysis of a watch band buckle and pocket lighter screw disclosed copper 64.
Morgan will be at Calvert Tavern. Contact Raven. 420 Adam 421. 115. Pepper spray RP and mist. Left in a white sugar legacy. Warning around number 2. The call on you. 45. Last in towards 937. For Ben Tiber. Okay.
Only neutron capture could have transmuted naturally occurring gold-197 and copper-63 into radioactive gold-198 and copper-64. The anticipated spectrum of old fission products was found to be present. Also found were several isotopes of the uranium fuel. Iodine-131 found in sampling of air, soil, sagebrush, and animals collected near the SL-1 verified minimal release of activity from the reactor building.
Delta 415, male subject's going to be on their way. I'll be clear.
Within 3 hours after each entry into the SL-1 site, film badges were processed to determine the precise exposures received. After the initial entry, no personnel received more than 9 Roentgen's gamma exposure. Special data processing procedures had been initiated by January 4th, involving 2 or more film badges daily for many individuals. Total radiation exposure was tabulated on summary cards. Reports were issued daily by name, date of exposure, and amounts of radiation chargeable to the SL-1 incident. Later, a daily breakdown was issued according to radiation dose and summary of individual accumulated exposures. This information was used in scheduling assignments, planning operations, and in otherwise limiting the activities of individuals. The data also proved to be invaluable as a check on the accuracy and effectiveness of health physics controls. By the morning of January 5th, direct radiation checkpoints covering the entire SL-1 area were being surveyed every 2 hours, and a survey grid was plotted to a radius of 2,000 feet. Calculations were made from readings of direct radiation from the reactor building. As of mid-January, direct radiation levels ranged from 0.002 Roentgens per hour at 2,000 feet to 1.1 Roentgens per hour at 100 feet from the reactor. In contrast, at the top of the reactor, the readings were approximately 1,000 Roentgens per hour. film badges routinely placed at 1 mile intervals on Highway 20 read less than 10 millirentals, total dose for a 12-hour period beginning 5 hours before the accident
She
occurred.
was struck in the stomach. There's no visible injuries. So missionary transport for precautionary reasons. Okay, that's what I need to hear. Thank you.
19 radio-controlled air sampling stations were started less than an hour after the accident happened. Later, a special network of 11 high-volume constant air monitors was established during January and operated through March 6th. None of the surveys showed any radiological hazard to persons or animals beyond the immediate vicinity of the reactor. On the afternoon of January 5th, an official photographer, accompanied by a health physicist, entered the high radiation zones at the outer edges of the reactor operating floor to obtain needed still pictures. This was repeated on January 8th with another photographer. Working in radiation fields of 500 rentgens per hour, the two photographers were limited to 30 seconds of picture taking each. Using these photographs and other information, careful preparations were made for the recovery of the third body. An Army Radiological Assistance Team from the Dugway Proving Grounds, Utah, offered to assist in the recovery effort for practical experience and training. A quick series of briefings prepared them for their role in a carefully coordinated plan to free and remove the third victim. The third body could not be removed by direct methods. It was situated where radiation levels were most intense. The third body could not be removed. Also, there was concern that a heavy shield plug, blown from the reactor vessel head into the ceiling, might fall on the reactor and jar dislodged fuel elements into a second critical mass. The only recourse was to improvise a long mechanical arm that could breach the freight doors at the second-story level.